Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I am your host, Justin Allen, and I want to start off by taking a quick moment to remind you that in the description below, we have links to our Patreon and sick-ass merch store. So if you want to see content that can't be released on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, then go on over to our Patreon and check that out, because there's some pretty gnarly stuff that we put in there, man, that the big tech gods don't want us releasing. So if you really value freedom of speech and anti-censorship, well, you might want to look into that for a minute. So just for $1 a month, you get access to basically all the content. It gets pretty wild. I'm going ahead and forewarn you on that one. But, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. There's still wars breaking out on all fronts. As of the filming of this, Joe Biden is still technically our president, even though I think that guy kicked the bucket about a couple of years ago. But hey, who the fuck am I to say so, right? I mean, we got a walking corpse in office. However, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because on Monday, Donald Trump gets sworn into office. So we're going to see what comes out of that. I mean, I'm optimistic. I mean, as fans of the show, it's no secret what I believe in. And I think this is the best outcome we could have asked for. I mean, old DJT, Daddy Don, is talking about fucking signing 100 executive orders day one. Ladies and gentlemen, day one. Talk about big dick energy in the room, my man. No president ever in U.S. history has ever done that. And that is wild to think about. But I remember everyone freaked out. Joe Biden did it. He signed, I think it was like 34 or some crap like that. And I don't know. Executive orders can be a good thing. They get stuff done very quickly. It kind of puts the twist, so to speak, on Congress to force them to vote on issues in a timely manner. But the difference between Trump and Biden is Trump seems to be doing some things that are actually better for our country. So I'm pretty optimistic with that. And I'm kind of hoping for an ultimate, basically this is an ultimate reverse Uno card of like, fuck you, I'll do what I want, So I think a lot of stuff that Biden pushed through is about to go right out the fucking window. And it's about goddamn time, because anybody with half a brain can see that liberal bullshit isn't fucking working, man. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. The good guys won for once. So, I'm optimistic. One thing I'm really excited about is the restrictions that have been put on drilling for oil in the Gulf of Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. And Donald Trump has found a way, this is clever, but he has found a way to bypass all that by renaming it the Gulf of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gulf of America. Tell me that's not some gangster shit. Fuck you, we'll take it. I like that. That's a mentality. It's almost like we're getting back to our roots, ladies and gentlemen. There's some topics now. The Panama Canal is coming up to question. Finding out that, we built this damn canal to help with the global trade. Globalization, once again, ladies and gentlemen. And we're sitting there and we're getting screwed on taxes, tariffs, all that bullshit. They're charging us out the ass to use something we built with our money, with our hands, our people. Fuck that. If anything, I'm kind of thinking that should be about around the price of about $3.50, if you catch my drift. And I know the old Don has been talking about it, taking it back. Taking what's ours. Panamanian government's a little freaked out. Their president's not really too happy about it, talking about how we can't do that. Like, fuck you, we built it. We'll take it. It's ours. Play ball, do what's right, or we'll come down there and we'll show you what America's all about. Sounds like Panama needs some fucking democracy. That's what it sounds like to me. A little bit of freedom. How'd that work out for everybody else? Not so well. But there's also the subject, with Trump coming in to become the next president of the United States, which, I don't really want to get this episode pulled, but I would like to say for his third term, because we all know what happened there. Canada is on the chopping block. There's talks of Canada becoming a part of the United States. And the crazy part is I got tons of friends who are Canadian. Like, I stay tuned into that. I've been up there. I love Canada. Canadians are nice. They are the nicest people I have ever met in my entire life, next to the Dutch. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, if Canada wanted to become a part of the United States, I'm on board with it. Fuck it, dude. Let's make some fucking money. And if you look at it logically look at it. All right? This isn't some fucking hostile takeover. No, they'll vote on it. They'll come willingly. There's no more tariffs for them. There's no more taxes. Everybody wins. North America becomes more of a secure place than it already is. I mean, hell, we're defending half their airspace anyway. We're doing all kinds of fucking training operations with our military with them. We have all kinds of fucking trade agreements. You fucking name it, left, right, 6 ways to Sunday. So fuck it. Why not? In this weird state that we find ourselves in already, like Canada is somewhat of a quasi-state of America anyway. And a lot of the Canadians, the good ones, they're fucking sick and tired of their own government. Trudeau made sure of that shit. Remember all that little trucking incident? Anybody who donated money to him got fucked? Yeah. Sounds like Canada, I almost fucking said it wrong. It sounds like Canada is wanting a little bit of freedom. Actual freedom. And I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming down the shit pipe. It's coming down the shit pipe, man. Freedom of speech is coming back. Sovereign citizen mentality. That's what I like to see. That's what America was built on. You know? Old Trump's talking about Greenland too. Fuck it. Since we're just taking the Gulf back, taking Canada probably, fuck, throw Greenland in that shit. Panamanians are a little dicey right now, but Greenland seems to be an interesting topic for discussion. Strategically, it's one hell of a move America can make. And I like Greenland. I've never been there. I like it. I've seen pictures of it. I got friends who've been there. Seems like a beautiful place. The Danish control it. They don't do shit with it. You know? We finance all these NATO operations to defend their airspace against the big bad Russians, but the minute we talk about taking over a little bit of real estate to help our fucking agenda, all of a sudden there's a problem. Half these people don't even pay up the money, the 2% of their GDP, just to finance their right to continue to be a part of NATO. And then they got the balls to question us. Sounds like the Danish need to get on board, man. Come on. America's great. Look at us. We got everything we want. We got a Starbucks every 3 blocks. Think you can get a Starbucks in fucking Ukraine right now? Hell no. So I don't know. I mean, I'm optimistic. I think, realistically, all jokes aside and all that, kind of breaking character a little bit. These are interesting topics, man. These are real topics for discussion. There is added benefit to bringing Canada into the United States. Absolutely. Okay. From an economic point of view, a military point of view, I mean, there's no way to lose in that for both parties involved. It's kind of like when you're growing up and you're going to house parties and stuff, your early 20s, college or whatever. And it's like, you see this guy and girl, and all their friends know they like each other and they'd be good together, but they're kind of awkward when they get around each other. They're shy. They don't want to tell each other how they feel. But everybody in the room just wishes they would. Get together. It's a love story. It's like some Notebook level shit. Yeah, we argue a little bit here and there, a little tuffle, a little lover's quarrel, whatever. But at the end of the day, we love you, Canada. We want to be with you. We want you to be with us. I love Tim Hortons, man. Trailer Park Boys is one of my favorite TV shows. Bring that shit over. Bring it all in. Got an open door policy. You guys are great. Sorry about the dairy tariffs. We didn't mean it. But no, yeah, all jokes aside, I mean, these are real conversations, We're spending our money, we're using our equipment, our resources, we're putting our own people on the line to defend a lot of these countries and a lot of these regions of the world, man. And they want to sit there and they don't want to play ball with us. And half the time they just want to bitch about us. Fuck that. I mean, I spent a decade in the military. I mean, I've been to over 28 countries. The co-host of the show, Moses, been to over 50. You know how many countries we've been to where they do not want American presence at all? But we do all this shit for them? Fuck it, dude. Sounds like their ass is writing... They're writing checks their asses can't cash. It's about time. Hold them accountable for what they say. Their actions. You know? I mean, I'd like to buy a house in Greenland. That'd be cool. Vancouver's nice. Might even fuck around and go to Panama for a little bit. Drink some pina coladas down there. Right there on the Panamanian Canal. You know? The fucked up part about the Panama Canal, whatever you want to call it, shit. Can't even talk right now. Is they're offering better deals to the fucking Chinese. You know? My message to them is don't forget your roots. Don't forget who helped you out in your time of need. Came down there and fixed your problems. Don't start talking shit. Don't go down that road. You don't want to. You're not going to win. Especially with someone like Trump in office, that shit is going to go south quick, ladies and gentlemen. You know? It's not something I'm wanting to see happen. But I think it's time we get fucking paid for what we're doing. Why the fuck are we paying these people to provide them services? What other aspect of life does that make any goddamn sense? You know? Does a doctor perform surgery on you and then pay you for the right to do it? No. You get a leaky faucet in your house, you got to call a plumber to come fix it. Does he pay you to fix that shit? Hell no. It don't make any sense. It's ass backwards. But you know, the world we live in now, everybody's got to die on some fucking hill, right? And so now, unfortunately, it's come to this weird point to where if you side with anything that Donald Trump says, then you're a far-right, crazy person. Alt-right, as they call it. It used to just be called Americans, but I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. But 100 executive orders, ladies and gentlemen, normally in my most logical mind, I would say that doesn't sound good. Got to be a little cautious. I like the man. I trust the man. Trust the people he's putting around him. But 100? It's a lot. What's in there? That's what we need to know. But he's all about breaking records, man. Making a name for himself, so that's a hell of a one to break, for sure. Now, I do like the idea of Congress being a little worrisome. Keep their ass in check. You know, Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, people like that. Hell, even you got that corpse Hillary Clinton still fucking meandering around. Just got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. For what? Being a murderer? Like, fuck. You know? I mean, I'm not saying, you know, she's killed anybody, but, you know, there's about 30 people around that family that have died suspiciously is all I'm saying. Seems like being employed by the Clintons comes with a hell of a expiration date. But, you know, I'm optimistic, man. These are a lot of wrongs that need to be right. You know, the world's going to be shaped differently one way or another. You know, I think some of these wars and some of these conflicts are going to end. I think a couple of new ones might pop up. You know, the Iranians be talking some shit. About time we just shut them up. That might be too much. I don't know. You tell me. But it does bring me onto a serious topic that I do want to bring up. And it's something that's been on my mind heavily. Now, as fans of the show, you probably know that I do live in Texas. Moses and I both do. It's the greatest country in the world, as I like to say. Now, in Texas, it's a unique mindset. More think of sovereign citizen. You stay the fuck away from me. You leave my shit alone. Where ain't going to be no problems. Don't make problems where there ain't no problems, right? And we do everything bigger and better down here. We gotta take it to an extreme. That's just how Texas is. Now, the thing is I love Texas all the way through. I love it. I love everything about it. But there's one issue that I do have with it, and we have to talk about it. It's WhatABurger. WhatABurger, ladies and gentlemen. Trash. I have grown up in this state. I've been around it. I've eaten it a million times. I've given it every chance that I could. And I am telling you, everyone down here is obsessed with WhatABurger. Like, I don't want to wait in line for 30 minutes because something's fresh and it just be like some dog shit just wrapped up in a bag and then thrown out a fucking window and be like, give me fucking $27 for a cheeseburger. But it's got mustard. Who gives a fuck? It's dog shit. You know, it's something that every Texan is obsessed with. Now, I'll give WhatABurger some credit. You know, they're open 24/7. Hell, I even think they're open on Christmas. But, I mean, you got to wait in line forever in a day. The food is subpar. Talk about the french fries on that shit. It's trash. It's trash. Half the time you get them, they're fucking cold anyway to begin with. They got no flavor. You know? So I'm going to say it like it is. I'm going to take a stance on this because it seems to be a hotly debated subject. In-N-Out Burger is far superior than WhatABurger. We got it wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We picked the wrong side. I don't know what the answer is for WhatABurger. I really don't know what they can do to get their shit together. But I can tell you one thing for certain, man, that is trash. Trash. I feel sick as shit every time I eat it. Sometimes, unfortunately, I do avoid it like the plague, but sometimes, unfortunately, I find myself on the road, whatever it may be, going to a show, you name it, personal travel, whatever. It's just convenient. But what I'm saying, man, is we got to put that aside. We got to be done with WhatABurger. It's not good. Don't get me started on McDonald's. McDonald's, I got a political reason why I don't fuck with them. Not to mention everything on that menu will kill you. Somewhere around 5 years ago, I took a bite out of a Big Mac, and then I don't know, the bun seemed like it was made out of fucking plastic or something. I was like, what the hell are they putting in our food? So fuck McDonald's. Fuck WhatABurger on principle, though. It's just subpar, man. It's not good. It's not good. And I'm making a lot of enemies with that. And I know, I get it. That's the hill you want to die on. This is, for the people who don't live in Texas, this is a sensitive subject to talk about. I'm going out there on a limb, okay? I'm coming at you, white flag waving, the whole 9 yards. This is how I feel about it. WhatABurger is trash. And here's a message to the CEO of WhatABurger. You always been trash. You're always going to be trash. You understand me? Get your shit together. Up your game, WhatABurger. Wait in line for a half an hour just to give you $27 for a fucking cheeseburger. It tastes like dog shit. Falls apart in my hands. Get it together. Now, while I'm on the topic of food, I will say this. There is one establishment, though, that I got to take a knee for every single time. That's Five Guys, ladies and gentlemen. Is it expensive? Yes. Do they treat you like shit, like a pig going to a trough? Yes, they don't value you. They overcharge the shit out of you. They make it right in front of you. It's all fresh. That's good. They want you to see the process. They want you to acknowledge what you're doing to yourself. And I respect it. Show me what I'm doing to my body. Because that's the American way. Them fries, fuck them fries. Don't even put them in a box, man. Just throw that shit in the bag. I'll rip that fucking bag open. I can't wait to get Five Guys in my mouth. But Five Guys is something they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out. They're not lying to you. They're telling you how it is. Hell, we'll slop it up. We'll make it however you want. That grease that came off that patty, we'll scoop that shit up and put it on your fries. How about that? Huh? Here you go, you fucking pig. Now sit down at the table and eat that shit. Respect it to some degree. But WhatABurger's trash. WhatABurger is trash, ladies and gentlemen. And I hate that for whatever reason, it seems to be the one burger joint that all Texans want to die on. They want to die on that hill. You know? There's a few things that we really value in this state. Chris Kyle and WhatABurger. That's how serious we take it. Those of you who don't know who Chris Kyle was, he was the famous American sniper. He held a record for a long time for the most confirmed kills ever as a Navy SEAL sniper. He's a goddamn American hero. They made a fucking Texas state holiday for him. Whole 9 yards. His funeral was the biggest parade I'd ever seen in this state. You know? That is how serious we take WhatABurger. We will move heaven and earth to defend WhatABurger. And I, here, Justin Allen, at Dumpster Diaries Podcast, am standing against the tide and calling it like I see it because I won't lie to myself and I won't lie to you. It's trash. Do better, Texas. You think this state's so great? Start giving a shit about the people in the state. Care about what you make. Care about what you put in your body. We're not lying to ourselves down here. We're all pre-diabetic at a minimum. You know? Eat fucking 17 cheeseburgers a week and blame it on food dye. Sure, whatever. That makes sense, I guess. But hey, speaking of food and stuff, you got RFK Jr. coming into office. We'll see what the hell happens with that, because that dude don't look like he's fucking around at all. WhatABurger, your days might be numbered. You might want to start making some more salads. Up your game. You're going to turn into that Surge soda that we used to have back in the day with the yellow 5 and shit. You can't find it anymore to save your life. That mellow yellow. What happened to Pepsi Crystal? But at the end of the day, you know what? It is America. It is the land of the free. It is the home of the brave. And we have the right, ladies and gentlemen, to decide what we eat and what we put in our body. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. That's my right. So, I'm not saying WhatABurger needs to be eradicated off the face of the earth because it is dog shit. I wouldn't even feed it to my dog. But what I am saying is we got to acknowledge what we're dealing with here, ladies and gentlemen. The first step to solving any problem is first admitting that there is a problem. Go to any recovery group. And what I'm saying is, as Texans, as Americans, but especially as Texans, we're in recovery. We're acknowledging the transgressions of WhatABurger, the sins, and that we've allowed them to commit and partake in ourselves of giving us a subpar product. All around is bad. It takes too long. It's expensive. It tastes like shit. All that crap. It's dog shit. It checks all the boxes. Fucking A to Z. Shit. It's shit. Calling it like I see it. Maybe then, once we admit that there is a problem, we can then begin to solve the problem. And what is the answer? I don't know. Sure as shit to find a fucking In-N-Out burger around here. Five Guys, I don't know. And bring this shit all full circle. Since old DJT is on the fucking hook for signing a goddamn 100 executive orders, start with WhatABurger. Okay? We'll deal with the Panama Canal. We'll deal with Canada. We'll deal with Greenland. Okay? Ukraine can wait. Right here. right now. Let's talk about the biggest issue at hand. WhatABurger. Yes or no? We got to fix it. Maybe we don't want to fix it. Maybe this just says a lot more about us. Yeah, we like the trash because we are trash. Makes the logo pretty appropriate. So I don't know. But I will tell you this. Someone who used to drink a lot, WhatABurger tends to come through at 2 a.m. when you've been on a late night bender. I can't deny it. So in some weird way, they've been there for me in my darkest times. So I don't wish them ill will. I'm just saying, I've changed. It's time for them to change. Maybe we can all join hands and heal together once and for all and acknowledge we're all just pieces of shit. Let's do better. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. We're lying to ourselves. We got to stop lying to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about feeling good. You got to face the realities of what you're dealing with here. And if you can't admit to yourself that WhatABurger is trash, how the fuck are you going to solve any other problems? I don't know. That's my 2 cents on the matter. You know? But maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe one of them executive orders is going to handle that. Right now, it's looking like RFK Jr. is going to fucking handle that. And all jokes aside, I mean, people who watch the show know that I've been in character joking around a lot of this and stuff. But I will tell you this, all jokes aside, RFK Jr. is coming in. He's going to help with this. He's a very educated man. He really cares about the environment. He really cares about health. And I think the quality of food in America is actually going to get a lot better. They're going to be held accountable once and for all. You know, sorry, I gotta take a drink of water there. Wet my whistle. It's no secret. Food in this country is poisonous half the time. You know? New shit's coming out every day about it. We might have done some irrevocable damage to not only ourselves, but the environment as well with some of these poisons we put in our food. You know, I got faith in RFK. Can he solve every problem? Hell no, he's not Superman. But he can put us on the right track. At least just start asking some questions where we get some honest answers from the government. Like, what is this shit? Why is some of this okay for us to eat, but it's illegal in every other country in the world? Because it's poison. That's not even Justin Allen joking. That's me being real. You know? Yeah, I fucked with WhatABurger, whatever. Who gives a shit? You know, eat that shit from time to time, I guess. Whatever's convenient. But the fucking reality is, man, is half the shit they're shoving down our fucking throats, that we're letting them put it down our throats, is fucking killing us. Diabetes is on the rise. Cancers of all kinds are on the rise. We got Alzheimer's becoming an issue. Another thing to think about is, why do all these other countries refer to Alzheimer's disease as type 4 diabetes? But we don't. It's starting to seem like a lot more things are connected to our diet than what we even realized. I'm just asking some questions. I don't know. But I'm optimistic. I think there's going to be some changes. I'll tell you this, you know, from my time living in Western Europe, you know, I spent a lot of my 20s over there, and even in Asia. The food over there, if you go to a McDonald's or a Burger King or something like that, it tastes a lot different over there, man. It's good. It actually, you don't feel sick eating it. Because the EU doesn't fuck around with that shit, man. You know? So maybe we can get some of that stuff ironed out. I got my own personal vendetta with WhatABurger. But it's more about the people than anything. Stop lying to ourselves. Because the minute that we can admit that there is a problem, we can begin to fix that problem. For those of you smart enough to catch what this joke was in this show, Good for you. Poking some fun at it, being trash, being dog shit. But the reality is, it's not just WhatABurger. It's McDonald's, it's Burger King, it's Wendy's, it's all this shit. Taco Bell, you fucking name it. It's all the fucking same. A lot of that food's manufactured in the same facilities. It's shipped out by the same distributors, and it's going to the same companies owned by the same umbrella corporations, essentially. You don't believe me? Looking at the stock ticker, Yum. Look at how many fast food restaurants they own, how much influence they actually have. Companies that you think are at competition with each other are actually working together. They're owned by the same corporation. These people are the gatekeepers in deciding what goes into your food. And I think now we got some people that are coming to positions of power that will ask these hard questions that these nameless, faceless suits do not want to answer. But they will. Judgment Day is upon them. And I'm excited. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll pig out like any other person. I'm a good old-fashioned, red-blooded American. Love my funnel cakes, hot dogs, cheeseburgers, all that shit. All of it. But we got to wake up. We got to start holding these bitches accountable for what they do to us, man. They put it in our food. Then they play dumb. That's the big part that gets me. They play fucking dumb. We didn't know. Yeah? Then why is the same corporation not allowed to ship this shit out to Western Europe? It's the same fucking people. You know what the fuck you're doing. It's just cheaper to make it here and do all this shit and put all this crap in here. You save a few fucking dimes at the fucking cost of the American health. Judgment Day is upon you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you, a lot of skeletons are going to be coming out. But my advice is, take care of yourself. Got the new president coming in. Things are going to change. Pay attention to what you put in your body. It'll all come full circle. All you got to do is ask questions. See you next time.